yesterday for 2 hours and today for 2 hours, I went to check out this EE system, which is supposed to be evidently something, knowledge given to this person from some ET to heal somehow quantumly or regular scalar energy, which I cannot figure out what that is. I keep reading about it, but I still don't know. But did it do anything positive for me?
Yes.
Okay. And what can you explain what scalar is?
Scalar energy makes use of potential quantum energy from the quantum field that prior to the use through the device has only been potential energy. And then upon use of the device, the potential energy becomes realized and manifested.
Okay, does that mean that I have potential energy in me, and by doing that, it makes that potential energy manifest? Or does that mean that there's potential energy just everywhere, and I tie into that and make that manifest?
It magnetizes potential energy outside of you and draws it in. You see, let me explain. I will try to use a very concrete example to help you.
Okay.
So there is potential that in the next hour, you and your wife might go to bed. You and your wife might watch television. You and your wife might meditate. You and your wife might eat Italian food. You and your wife might run a marathon. Now, of those scenarios, which are the most likely?
Go to bed.
Yes, and another.
Meditate.
Yes, and another. Perhaps watching television, and
Yes.
and the others are possibilities,
Yes.
but they are not as likely, you see.
Right.
So eating Italian food, not as likely. Running a marathon, even more unlikely. So this device allows you to pull more unlikely possibilities into your quantum field. So perhaps in the illustration, the device might pull in the reality of a delicious Italian meal in the next hour, you see. Something unlikely.
Well, does the individual get to control that?
Well, the device, like all things in life and all devices, are shaped by intention. So if one knows how to use it well, meaning if one has a real grasp on intention and understands how the quantum field works, and can push the envelope a bit. For instance, in the illustration we gave, It is not difficult to believe that the two of you will go to bed in the next hour. Perhaps more difficult to believe that you could run a marathon in the next hour, you see.
Yes.
So the device, the effectiveness and potentials of the device will be determined by the intention. A simple way of saying it is the level of faith, you see. You see, Jesus made a radical statement. He said, if you have faith, even as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, be removed and cast into the sea, and it will be done. Well, you see, this sounds nonsensical. But he was pointing to a quantum reality that it only takes a little tiny seed of faith to really bring an impossibility into the realm of the possible. So the device, like many devices and relationships and scenarios, the effectiveness of it will be determined by the ability of the one setting the attention. By ability, we mean the faith, the capacity, the understanding of imagination, meditation, presence, awareness, consciousness, and attracting, magnetizing the quantum field. We would say that most come with some level of expectation of feeling better or doing better or being healed, and thereby their intention will be magnetized and amplified by the device. And this is good. For one who is a true magician and powerful, the potentials are exponential.
Well, it came to me to put an intention in it, and that I did. You have an intention, but I'm not sure about some of the other stuff, the faith and the other stuff. It seems like to me, if you had the faith, you wouldn't need the machine.
Well, the machine amplifies faith.
So then, I don't know if this is a question you can answer. Does that mean that it would be worthwhile purchasing this machine?
Well, if you're asking if the machine is effective, we will say yes. Now, this is our question for you, however. Is the use or the owning of this machine in alignment with where you are and where you want to be? And is the entrance of such a device into your life, is that something that you want to create in your quantum field? Do you want to expand, or do you want to contract? It is important to know this because it is important to be in alignment in this season of life and not be scattered in your focus, but have laser-like focus, for there are many miraculous things happening here, you see. So you must decide, do you want to expand
Absolutely.
or do you want to contract?
I want to expand.
And can you focus your intention within the expansion? Do you want to expand through in a business model, or do you want to expand your spiritual work? Or, you see, you can only do so many things well.
I want to expand in my healing and keeping my body as healthy as possible so that I can stay around and help the vessel, help Angie with the job that's in front of her, and be able to do my part.
Well, this is what we would like to say to both of you. Expansion and acceleration is going to require a shift. There are things you need to stop doing yourselves and allow others to do them. So, could you give up this long time acupuncture and allow another or a system such as the technology you are looking at to provide the healing? Can you let go of having to be the delivery system for the healing that you are facilitating? That is what we would ask. The same is true for your wife. You see, she is letting go of all the various tasks only just to be. You see, more and more and more she will only be, in order to bring an emanation and to be an open channel, bringing an emanation of love and light and truth. Now, you have this capacity as well. However, up until now, you mostly insist upon being the doer rather than the beer.
Can you explain that a little bit more?
Well,
Not do as much and just be?
well, we will say this. We're not sure if you can lay hold of this yet, but we will offer this as a quantum possibility. You can be in the building and emanate your light energy, and it can blanket everything that happens and transpires in the building. And you don't necessarily have to do the work. You can simply emanate. Do you see?
Yes.
You don't have to put the needles in or turn on the machines or whatever, what have you. You can simply emanate the intentions.
Yes.
You are very grounded, and this is a gift in many ways, an important gift, and so in this stage of life, you emanate this healing one to one, and we're saying that you can expand the quantum possibility here, and you may simply be present and the healing can emanate. You don't have to be at the helm of everything going on.
Yes. Well,
You need a team. If you really want to expand, see, this is the problem. If you really want to expand, you have to have a team.
a team.
Yes.
I'm working on a team. As far as just being able to do it emanated in the building, well, I don't think that if I just put up a sign or just told people, you just come sit in my building and you'll be healed.
That's not what we are saying.
Oh.
We are saying that we are simply asking you to think bigger.
Okay.
Well, there are many different options here, many different quantum possibilities, but just understand that, well, what your wife hears from your mouth is a desire to contract and to reduce and simplify and reduce and simplify. And so you're speaking of buying this equipment does not fit into that equation. It does not it's not in alignment with what you are saying on a consistent basis. On a very consistent basis, you are saying that you are tired, that you are doing too much, that you want to work less. And so buying the equipment and expanding does not align with what you're saying. So that's the concern here, is misalignment. Misalignment.
I don't know that I want to work less. I don't think I want to contract, and I just need some help. If I want to expand, I just need some help. I need a receptionist to help. I don't think that I can do much more without some help. Let me put it that way. But,
well, we would not recommend you buying the equipment only for yourself.
Okay. And I'm certainly open to any kind of guidance. I think unfortunately what has taken up a lot of my energy is trying to figure out how I can help Angie's children. Not knowing what I can do and how I can help them. That's the biggest thing that I believe is draining my energy. Doing acupuncture actually gives me more energy.
So the answer is to look away from negative things or things that feel stuck or resistant or a quandary or confusing or frustrating, to look away from those things towards what you want to be doing. You know the answer there.
Yeah.
This is the law of attention and law of attraction, and no machine can fix that, you see.
Yes.
And if you have determined to be frustrated or upset or angry or concerned or worried or whatever about the issues with the children, then you will continue to be so, and no machine will change that.
Well, I am in the process of changing it, and I have changed some of it.
Yes.
And I'm going to continue to work on it.